In this video, I will explain the early humans digital notebook. Your two questions that you're thinking about, you'll have nothing to do with them, just think about, is how did early humans adapt to the environment around them? And then how did they impact? What effect did they have on the environment around them? Remember, we're talking with early humans when there's no technology, there are no cities, there are no cars, they're living in teeny tiny groups of people who are kind of related. So the big question is, how did early humans live? If you are going to be what's called an exceeds student, you will want to have an answer to this question with some basics. Everyone will do this engage activity. This is a clip from the Flintstones, an old-timey cartoon of people who lived in the Stone Age. So later, early humans. Then you will begin a series of learning activities. In this activity, everyone will do it. There is an ed puzzle that you will complete. Please do note there is a brief hunting scene, and it's not too graphic, but you can look away. Your second learning activity will be another ed puzzle that explains what is prehistory and who were the early humans. The little cute voice should not fool you. It is full of excellent information. It is a video created in another country, and so I believe it's also teaching English to the students from that country. And then the final activity for everyone is to create or add some pictures, images to this Stone Age timeline. Stone Age, early humans, it's all happening at the same time. And you are welcome to search the interwebs. This is sort of a tech activity to find the invention of stone tools, an image that represents that, and then an image that represents the invention of agriculture, which, by the way, is where we're going to jump in the history book. And then an image that represents the invention of metal tools. Again, that's what we will be learning in the history textbook. Now, this next slide is what's called an exceeds activity. So exceeds means in mastery learning that you have not just met the basic standards, but you've exceeded them. And so if you are interested in exceeding standards, and if you're thinking grades, you're right, getting an A, you will not only have completed the ed puzzle and the ed puzzles and the timeline perfectly with excellence, you will then proceed to this next activity. So it says on the following page, should have been slide, visit links or search. Where there are gray text boxes, you're going to write 2 to 5 notes in phrases. And where it says insert an image, you will insert an image, but be sure to resize it so that the image fits in the gray box. So let's go take a look at that. On this slide, this page, the digital notebook, there will be a variety of activities. So what is a nomad? You can rewatch this video, speed through it to find the definition of a nomad, and you would write that right in here. In this text box here, since there's no link, you are welcome to literally research those questions. The roles of men and women. Who were the ones who generally hunted, and who were the ones who generally gathered food, gathered plants, things like that for them to eat. Here, in this next slide, this is another ed puzzle, a history channel video about fire. It's actually really interesting. In the middle here, you are writing what about when the Paleolithic era began and till about what era year do they say it ended? Because then we are in actual history. In this box over here, early man shelter, you're just going to find an image and insert it here of an early human shelter. And not finally, but penultimately, which means next to finally, here is the inventions and technology page. It's fascinating reading the top 10 inventions in ancient history, and you can list them in this text box just by bullets. Right? And then finally, to look at ancient man, ancient human, it probably mostly would have been men though, art, you can visit this site called Lascaux. You can see that there's a guided tour and just visit. All right. And the final slide is a link to the early humans videos, additional videos, kind of a fast scroll through them. If you have a dog, you might find this one particularly interesting. So this video took you through the Early Man digital notebook. So in this video, you also are engaged in learning about how early humans lived, learning about our earliest ancestors, beginning our study of ancient history. Hope you have fun. I know you'll learn a lot.